Welcome guys to this tutorial on how to install and use dtlPlayerShops. So first of all, you'll need the plugin itself. There's no free version, it's just this premium version for now. Other plugins you'll need are Citizens and Vault and an economy plugin. Same as DTL Traders. If you didn't watch the DTL Traders tutorial, I will link it in the description. So when we download these 4 plugins, we'll drop them in the plugins folder of our server, restart our server, and let's meet you guys in the server. First of all, you need a permission, dtlPlayerShops.admin, if I'm not mistaken. When you have this permission, you will be able to use the command dtlp or dtlPlayerShop. It will open the admin GUI with some items. First of all, we have the permission package. This will let you change or create any permission package. What are those? Well, we'll get to that in just a second. We can change the shop. This will open a GUI where we can choose if we want to manage our own shops, because admins are still able to play, or we can decide if we want to change shops from our players. We can see which shops are public, more on that in a bit. We can see the plugin info, or we can see other plugins from Digitize. So let's first start with the permission package. What are permission packages? Permission packages are basically packages with a permission link to it. You can give your players this permission and they will be linked to this package. What can be set in a package? Well, let's first create a permission package. We give it a name, let's say permpack1. When we're done, click the paper and you've created a perm pack, or well, say a permission package. When you want to edit this, you click on the perm package and it will open this settings menu. There are certain settings you can change. So you can change the permission. By default, the permission is dtlPlayerShops.default. You can change this to whatever you want. But keep in mind, whichever value you put in this Anvil GUI, you will have to give your players. So if you give this or change this to dtlPlayerShops.permpack1, you will have to add the permission dtlPlayerShops.permpack1 to your permissions folder or whatever you want. You can change the amount of shops a player can make. So if you want this rank with this permission to be able to make 2 shops, you can change this to 2. You can change the default size of a shop. If you want certain ranks to only if you want to restrict some ranks to only make shops with the size of 5 rows, you can change it in this, by clicking this button. You can change the amount of NPCs a player can spawn. This describes itself. This decides how many NPCs a player can spawn and how many shops he can, have physically. You can change the priority of this package. This is a neat one. So when you add, you have 3 different ranks, but they all inherit from each other, and you have 3 different permission packages, you can change the priority. The one with the highest priority will be picked first. So if you have rank A, B, C, and you have permission A, which is the weaker one, permission package B, which is a little bit stronger than A, but less strong than C, and C being the upper one, when you set the priority of B to 10 and the priority of C to 1, B will be taken over C. That's logical. You can change the amount of pages a player can make in his shop. Basically describes itself. You can change disable shops. When this is active, the player will be able to decide if they want to disable a shop or not. So that means they can choose if they want to disable their buy, sell, or trade shop. More explanation on that is in the DTL Traders tutorial, so go check that out. Change name. You can decide if the player can change the name of the shop. This is the title of the shop. You can decide if they can change if the shop is shown in the public view. Public view is basically a button every player can click and they can open the GUI that's set in there. So basically every shop that's in the public view can be accessed by the player, but they can decide whether or not it's added in the public view or not. And that's what this function is for. Next on the list is change text sale, whether or not the player can change the text sale of his items or not, as well as the custom input, whether or not they can change the custom input or change the description. You can also set forbidden items, but you can prevent some permissions, some ranks to add certain items. So let's say you don't want permission A to sell diamonds. Well, you can set diamonds in the forbidden items, and when you're done, you click the exit button. All right. After you've created the permission package, you're good to go. You can go back and go back. So let's go to the next button. So the change shops, as said, you will get the option to manage your own shops. As an admin, you're permitted to play, I think. So you can change your own shops, but you can change also other ones' shop. So let's change our own shops, but we don't have any shops, so let's create a shop. Let's call it MineVit. Yep, and we're done. We select the page. You can change the title, just like in dtlTraders. You can change the contents. You can add items to the shop. This editing page is the same, well, will be the same for if a player makes a shop, just so you know. Change contents. This will allow you to add items to your shop. Keep in mind, when you add an item, it's a static item. It won't do anything unless you change the type to tradable, but more on that later. You can change the content function. This is what I said. You can edit the settings of the item. You can set it to tradable and so on. But we'll go there when we give the demo. You can change the page size. This is limited to your permission package. So if you set a different page size than you're allowed to, this will be changed. You can change the default shop just by clicking. You can toggle the shops like you can in dtlTraders if you want to enable or disable the base shop. Again, this is decided by the permission package you have, but you can edit the shop stock. This is basically what it says, the stock of the shop. With DTL, the big difference between dtlTraders and dtlPlayerShops is dtlPlayerShops uses stock for its items. You have to add a stock to the item before you can sell it. Toggle the public view, whether or not it's in the public view or not. Let's just toggle it for now, and you can delete this page, of course. So go back, go back, go back. We can manage other shops, but since I'm the only player here, we can't show that. We can show the public shop, and this will show that MineVit has a shop that's publicly available. When I click on it, it will open the MineVit shop. So let's add it to the shop. So change the shop, manage my own shop. Well, first of all, I will go in my console and give myself some items. So let's give myself a diamond and a iron ingot, for example. Ingot. So there we go. Go and change the contents, add the diamond to it. When we're done, we exit it. So I added the diamond by clicking on the change contents. So let's give it a function because it's pretty useless. So we click the change content functions. Let's select the diamond. Here we see some options. We can change the item type from static to tradable or back to static, whatever you want. We can change the name of the item, we can change the description, and whether or not we want to show the description. Let's change the item type to static so it's more useful, and when we go back it will change the GUI. So we have more options added. So these are the same. We can still change the type, the name, the description, and whether or not we want to show the description, but there are some added blocks. We can change the trade price. This is the price that people have to pay us in order to get the item. We can choose if we want to show the price. We can choose if they are enabled or allowed to choose a custom input value, meaning if they can buy more than one item at a time, or well, decide how many items they want to buy. We can change stack sale, well, allow stack sale, meaning that they can shift right click to buy a stack at a time. Pretty neat, right? Okay, so we have this item. Stock is 0, so you won't be able to buy anything. So let's exit the menu, but we created a shop. How do we add one? Or how do we make it visible? This can be done by using dtlPlayerShops. This will open the player menu. This has some features as well. Manage shops, where you can manage your own player shops. You can create an NPC. As shown, we only have, we are limited to one NPC. This will be shown. We can manage our NPCs and we can view the public shop. If we do this, we will see our own shop. If we go back to the player menu. We can manage our shop, but this does the same. We can select a page and go on and go on. We can create an NPC because that's why we're here. We want to visually show our shop. So we click yes, we select the shop, and it will create a NPC with the name MineVid. In the future, we'll add a feature where you can change the name of the NPC. Of course, you can still rename it using citizens, I know, but it's cooler if you can change it within the plugin. So let's go back to the player menu. And if we see, we have the maximum amount of NPCs reached. But let's say we're in the Nether and we want to manage our NPC. We can click the manage NPC and we will see every NPC available. We can right click to remove this NPC or left click to teleport directly to the NPC. Cool. Okay, so this NPC has a shop. When we open it, we'll see our MineVid shop, and again, 0 items in stock, so we can buy anything. Let's add something to the stock, shall we? So, dtlPlayer, we can manage our shops, click the page, click the shop, click the page, edit the shop stock. So basically, we see we have 0 diamonds in stock. I think if we click on the diamond, we'll change the stock of the diamond. And if we give myself some more diamonds, let's say 64, then we can add it to the inventory, exit, and if all goes right, the stock is changed to 64. If we save and exit, and we go back to the MineVid shop, you see the stock has now 64 diamonds in it. When we click, the stock will lower down. And that's basically what dtlPlayerShops can do. I don't think I forgot something. Let me just check. So manage NPCs, public show, manage shops. There are still some features I want to add to this shop. For example, I want to add the better view of dtl traders. I want to add the item view of dtl traders. I want to add the possibilities to show everything and so on and so on. It's pretty basic. It's like the first version. We just want to hear your suggestions, which features you want to see added or not. You can leave that in the Discord as well. There's a special channel for dtl players suggestions, so you can post it there and we'll see if we can edit or not. For now, MineVid is signing off. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And I hope to see you all in the next video or in our Discord. Goodbye.